Hi, hello and welcome to Sandy's Cricket Updates. In this video, we are going to be looking at the last and third game of the league stage of Geo Women's T20 Challenge, which is going to be against the Trailblazers and Supernovas. Velocity have won Supernovas in the first game and they lost by a big margin against Trailblazers. So their net run rate is really poor. If Supernovas needs to be in the final, the equation is really simple for them: win to be in. Because of the net run rate, the Velocity really have a poor run rate of minus 1.8, but the Supernovas has a run rate of 0.204, which is going to give them a crucial edge in this game, because Supernovas are the two times champions and they are defending champions. They can't afford to lose their reputation in this game, so they are going to will be looking pumped up for this particular game. Trying to play straight down the ground is always the safest option when it comes to Sharjah, because we have seen plenty of wickets being lost trying to go across the line and missing it completely, or even getting bowled, and LBWs they are coming into the equation. So really it's going to be huge thing for batsmen to target the straight boundaries and try to get it really hard. Also, coming to the pitch of the delivery is going to be crucial. Either if you're going to play across the line, ensure that it's going to be a sweep, so that you can make a minimum contact with the ball and try to rotate the singles, or even try to attempt a slog sweeps to clear the boundaries. It's up to the batsmen to make a decent impact. Let's look into the previous playing 11 of Supernovas. They opened with Shamari Attapattu and Priya Punya. Here they're going to be crucial composition because for the team, because when Eccleston is going to come and bowl her left arm orthodox, her arm ball is going to be really quick. For a left-hander, Chamari Attapattu, she will be the one who can really negotiate, because bowling stump to stump has a game plan of Eccleston. She does it really well, but Chamari Attapattu has the biggest weapon on her armory. She is a solid sweeper of the ball. If she is going to bowl on her stumps, it's going to be easy picking for Chamari Attapattu. So the battle against left arm orthodox and left-hander, generally the advantage goes to the left-hand batsman. So it's going to be very crucial for Chamari Attapattu to deal Eccleston and keep wickets. If you are going to play out Eccleston in the power play, it might be the easy. The other spinners really bowl with flight and look for turn, but Eccleston is a different kind of a bowler. She loves to bowl it really quick to target the stumps. So it's going to be really crucial for Chamari Attapattu to deal Eccleston. And Jemima Rodriguez, she was under Harmanpreet Kaur. Both of them really timed the ball beautifully in the first game, but the problem was they weren't able to get the deliveries between the gaps. Picking the gaps was really a hard thing for them, especially when you're going to be off game for plenty of months, and getting back and getting timing right a solid option. But they need to kindly adjust and pick the gaps for the boundaries. And Shashikala Sirivadan, an off spinner and a right hand batsman, she really had a good day against the Velocity, but still wasn't able to win the game. Now, wicketkeeper Tanya Bhatia, she was really coming up to the stumps and maintaining the pressure on Velocity for against Daniel Ward and Shafali Verma, which worked good as well. As far as Trailblazers are concerned, they are not the kind of a batsman who really steps down or something like that. Play like Dhendra Doughton or Smriti Madana, they like to stand and deliver it. Pooja Vastrkar was preferred ahead of Arundhati Reddy. Obviously, a good solid pacer. Also, her batting capability is the one that gives her an edge. She can really strike the ball beautifully, but we didn't get to witness in the last game. If she comes to bat in, she has to swing her bat and try to make some decent connection to keep the scoreboard ticking if needed. And Poonam Yadav, Radha Yadav, another solid combination of spinners from Indian squad. Poonam Yadav, the way she flights the delivery, and it's really hard for the batswoman to generate the timing, the power, but Sushma Verma and Sunil Lees did that and cleared her with a bit of ease. So Poonam Yadav will fight and come back strong in this particular game, which I expect, because the nag of picking up wickets in the middle overs and the death overs, always been on Poonam Yadav. I hope she will come and deliver it. And Shakira Sullivan and Ayabanka Khaka, they were really exceedingly good with the ball. The way they swing the ball early in the innings, Shakira Solomon especially has a knack to swing it in both ways. The outswing and the in swings that she brings into the table will be really crucial thing. And Ayamanka Kaka also has the ability to swing the ball both ways. But the last game she did a huge mistake by the last game by bowling at the dead. She wanted to get that outswing from the leg stump against the right-handers, which didn't work well. Plenty of she bowled a couple of wides and also gave away freebies to the right-handers at the end of the game. So it's going to be really crucial for her to adjust. And I would say she was a bit greedy on doing that. On nets, she could have got that thing right, but on the surface, on a given turf, the ball should also behave. If the ball doesn't behave to what you are expecting, you need to come up with a plan B again and bowl and look to bowl outside off stump or try to hit the hard length, the back of a length which hits the top of off stump. Since it looks pretty much a balanced lineup, there isn't place for Anuja Patil either, so I don't expect probably any change. They really had a decent bit of a rest time. They had a game at 4th, I think 4th of November. They had a bit of a decent relaxation time, so the players will be refreshed and there won't be much of change from. Now let's look into the lineup of Trailblazers. Trailblazers really have a solid and balanced lineup, opening with Smriti Mandhana and then Radote. They can really dominate the. If they can sustain and play till the 8th or 9th over, it's going to be a different ball game together. Because in the last game, they were trying to overhit the ball and weren't able to clear those boundary lines with the ease that they expected. Because the pitch really acted on the slower side. The game was played on the yesterday and on the 4th of November, the night. Similarly, the same pitch being used for the next day under sun. It was not coming onto the ball nicely. There was ball was skidding bit, so it was difficult for them to time the ball. But once Dendra Rotten stood and played for few deliveries, she really got used to the pitch and she started to play her natural game. Her range of shots from square leg to long on, she's exhibiting a clear statement that how she is strong on the leg side. She is going to play a huge role. Also, Richa Josh, she came in at number 3. Also, she was playing as a wicket keeper ahead of Nusrat Parveen. That really should have given her confidence. Also, finishing the game with the 6 was really a solid thing from her part. So she and their daughter mentioned demonstrated that once you get used to the wicket, you can play your shots. That's what is needed from them again. And Harleen Deol and Deepti Sharma, Dayal Hemlata and Nattakan Chantam. Solid batting lineup. They can really take the game away from the opposition at any point of time. I'm especially anticipating maybe Nattakan Chantam to come a bit up the order probably. And you have Harleen Deol to anchor the innings, and Deepti Sharma can really take on the bowlers as well. Also, when it comes to their bowling, they have plenty of bowling options. Julan Goswami has done a magnificent job in the first game. She kept things really tight and removed Daniel Voigt as well as Shafali Verma. Shafali Verma was she played a poor shot. She lost her wicket. But Daniel Voigt was a bit patient. But when she tried to make a move on and challenge Julan Goswami, she was caught at mid-off by Smriti Mandhana. On a tandem, Sophie Eccleston started with Julan Goswami. She was really hitting the line and lengths with to perfection. Her arm ball at the pace of 90 km per hour was really, it really stunned the batswomen's of velocity. They weren't anticipating this kind of a pace from her. It seemed like they were trying to glide the ball for a single, and they were trying to hit it over mid wicket or covers or somewhere like that, but they weren't able to make a decent contact with the bat and lost their wickets completely. So it's going to be a huge role on Eccleston and Julan Goswami to come in and perform the same kind of intensity that they gave in the previous game. And so Rajeshwari Gaikwad picked up 2 crucial wickets and Deepti Sharma joined the party as well. They have Salma Khatun, another off spinner who can really dominate. They have other options like Dayalan Hamarata to bowl, and Harleen Doyle can bowl the off spin as well. And the second bowl, fast bowler is going to be Dandra Dottin. Last game that wasn't needed for them because the spinners completely took the control of the game. If needed, Dandra Dottin will have to come and bowl and give those few overs as well. The problem with the huge problem with the previous game was that they didn't give a velocity was they didn't give them a time to assess the condition and go after the deliveries, but they really failed in that. But the Trailblazers were of they had no pressure whatsoever on chasing a target of 47, but against Supernovas it might be a biggest challenge for them because Harmanpreet Kaur really had a great start, Chamari Attapattu really had a great start, and they failed to convert it. If they they provide a good start and convert it into a big one, it will be really hard for them to stop them, especially Chamari Attapattu. The way she looked in a good touch against velocity, she will be the one who can lead the side to victory because Eccleston can be handled by her, and Rajeshwari Gaikwad. They both will be key for Trailblazers, but which would be easy for her to face because their line and length is to bowl stump to stump. She's too strong on the sweep shots. I'm mentioning again and again. She can really muscle them away. Eccleston and Rajeshwari Gaikwad. And now the way they will be planning against Smriti Mandhana will be with Ayamaga Kaka and Sakira Silliman, because they need to get a few deliveries to go away from her and suddenly needs to bring one right back into her in the power plays, because you need to get her wicket early, try to expose the middle order, because the middle order has been tested in the last game. So you need to pick up early wickets, try to get Dandra Dottin with the outswing because she's too strong on the leg side. Try to maintain delivery is a bit on the offside and try to get that outswing to ship away at the hint of outswing at the last moment. The issue can really trouble her. It's going to be a huge game on the cards because Supernovas, if they win, they're going to be into the final, and the defending champions, if they lose, they're going to be out of the tournament. The two-time champions will be disappointed if that happens, because after getting a decent start and they were in a comfortable position almost till the 15th over and suddenly lost the game at the end. This should not be the case today because assessing the conditions, the wickets have really slowed down a lot. I was expecting that Doughton to score up 100, or Daniel Ward or Shafali Verma, someone will be up to the challenge, but the wicket hasn't been that way. So it's going to be very, very crucial for the Supernovas to win against Trailblazers.